Hey guys, I thought I would do a quick video and just let you know why I haven't been posting videos the past 3 or 4 weeks, whatever it's been, and why I have not been active online for the past, again, 3 or 4 weeks, whatever it's been. I sort of touched on what was going on in the description below the last video, but I know a lot of people don't read those, and a lot of people have been asking me for updates and things like that. So this is what's going on. In short, the past 3 months have been rough. About 3 months ago, my dad had a stroke, or at least I assume it's a stroke because I don't know what else it could be. But seemingly overnight, he developed dementia and has continued to display dementia symptoms that have been worsening as the months have gone by. He was a brilliant man, and so it's hard to watch somebody you care about that was this amazing mind deteriorate mentally. I mean, physically somebody is still there, but mentally they're just gone. So it's almost like you've lost them. You know what I mean? They may still be alive, but you feel like they're gone. You've lost them. So that was kind of a hit to the family, and my mother was suddenly stuck with taking care of my father. And then in October, my wife and I went out to Italy on what was essentially a goodbye trip for her stepfather, who's in the final stages of a battle with cancer. And he's an amazing guy, and we were both really close to him. And so, yeah, that was hard. And the world will definitely be worse off with him not in it. And came back from that trip, and let's see, this would have been Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving week, my mother, who'd had a dry cough and was short of breath, got worse. And so I took her in to have some tests done, and it came back that she had stage 4 terminal small cell lung cancer. And this was for a woman that's never smoked in her life, ate healthy, worked out, did everything right, socialized, had a very active social life. All the things you're supposed to do to maintain good health. She did all of them. And so we don't know where she got this from, but that's what happened. So Thanksgiving didn't exactly go as planned because she was in the hospital. And personally, I have never seen someone decline as quickly as she did. She, aside from the dry cough and slight difficulty in breathing, she's otherwise fine. She's still going around doing errands, things like that, still going to the gym even. And she passed away 2 days ago in the hospital. I was by her side, holding her hand when she took her final breaths. So that was in the space of less than 3 weeks. So, I'm still in a state of shock about it, really. I'm sure somebody else out there might have stories about people going faster, but that's the fastest that I've ever witnessed somebody go downhill. So that hit harder than everything else. I was my mother's only child, or I am my mother's only child, whatever the correct tense is on that. So I was obviously quite close to her. So that was hard, and she really, really suffered the last, 4 or 5 days. She was essentially drowning in her own lungs as they were filling with fluid, blood and other things thrown off by the cancer. And so if you can only imagine the sensation of drowning and then stretch that out over days, it was pretty awful for her. But she was brave. She's British. She was born in the UK, and she had that British toughness, the stiff upper lip and such. And she handled it very bravely and had a great spirit. All the hospital staff loved her because even at her worst, she was still joking around with them, and they'd give each other a hard time, things like that. So I had so many people pull me aside in the hospital, so many nurses pull me aside in the hospital and just say, your mom's an amazing person. So, but that wasn't good enough. So 2 days ago, she passed away. Despite the suffering of her last few days, fortunately her final moments were peaceful. She took a few shallow breaths, and then there was a pause, and then one final breath, and then that was it. She was gone. No, I was afraid there'd, be flailing about or something, like a drowning person does. But fortunately, that was it. I'd love to say that was it, but we've had more hits to the family. Both my wife and sister have potentially serious health issues looming over them that we're still waiting to see how those are going to play out. And even our elderly dog got killed. My wife's grandmother was out taking the dog for a walk, and a vicious dog that was gotten loose from somebody's yard attacked my grandmother, and then my wife's grandmother, sorry. And then our dog tried to defend my wife's grandmother from the other dog and got killed in the process. So yeah, it's been a rough time lately. With my mother suddenly out of the picture, taking care of my dad has fallen on me. So I'm still getting that figured out. Plus, I've got to take over all their bills, paperwork, running the household, that kind of thing as well. So trying to get my arms around all that kind of stuff. It's been challenging. It's been keeping me busy. But the good news is we don't have a very large family, and so we're essentially out of people that horrible things can happen to. So there's an upside there. And as short as my mother's time was, I do see a silver lining with cancer, and that at least you get a chance to talk to the person and tell them things that you want to tell them, ask them questions you want to ask them, and say goodbye to them, if you will. Yeah, I wish we'd had more time, but it's better than, getting hit by a speeding truck or something where the person's just instantly gone and you never get to even say anything to them. So I'm grateful for that, but it has been a rough 3 months. So when my mom started going downhill, when we found out about my mom's cancer, I was in the hospital all the time. And so I was with her all the time in the hospital. So wasn't posting any videos, wasn't editing any videos, wasn't out exploring. So that's what's going on. I will get back in the saddle as soon as I can. I do have a bunch of videos to edit and get going again. And for something fun, I've got a trip back to Tombstone planned in early January. So haven't stopped, but life's been throwing a lot at me lately. So that's what's going on. I appreciate all of you that read the description and said nice things and expressed concern. I really appreciate that. Hopefully you'll forgive me for not having responded yet, but it's definitely appreciated. By the way, I don't know why the screen keeps going in and out like that. Hopefully that's not annoying on the video, but I can see it doing it when I'm looking at it, but whatever. I can't be bothered with that right now. Anyway, I hope all of you are having wonderful holidays, and hopefully you can take something from my experience and really appreciate those that you love and that love you, and that you can spend some time with them. And don't postpone doing things with those you love. There were a couple trips that I was going to do with my mother that we were going to do this summer that got postponed. And now the family will never have a chance to do that. So I'm sorry about that. That's just one example of postponing things. There were things that I wanted to ask her that never got a chance to ask her, things like that. So you never know when somebody you care about is suddenly going to be gone. So, like I said, tell the people you love that you love them. Do the things that you want to do with them. Don't postpone it. Like I said, learn from my experience. And then, like I said, I hope you guys have great holidays with those people you love and that love you. And I'll be back in the saddle here as soon as I can. We're almost getting to 100,000 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'll have more content soon. That ended up being longer than I expected, but hopefully you guys can get something out of that in terms of my life experiences benefiting you in some way, or just being able to appreciate more what you have, given the shit that I've been going through the past 3 months. So again, thank you everyone for the support and kind words. I really appreciate it.